Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading part 3-1 of Sin. Let's get started. How long has it been since I left the colony of survivors? I managed to keep a log for the first 30 days, but now it just feels like I've lost the ability to keep track of time. In my defense, it's hard to count the days when we don't have nights anymore. It's all blurred together. Good grief. Sorry, I'm a little winded right now. I still have no idea how things got to this point, but what I can say for sure is that somehow the sun is shining on every corner of the world at once. With everything bleached white as far as the eye can see, you get numb to time as well as distance. My food and water are starting to run out. Once they do, that'll be it for me. At least my old motorcycle is still purring like a kitten. I got a theory. I never expected this solar generator to work this well for so long. This long. It proved you can ride an old motorcycle from Australia to North America as long as you have a surface to ride on and a solid engine. Never mind. All I got is brake. All I drive over seems to be endless white wasteland. No, maybe wasteland isn't the right word. It's more like pavement, without so much as a single crack or seem to be seen. It's not like a desert either. There's just nothing here. I don't even get that normal sort of austerity wasteland get off. It's not so much that it seems like life died. Life died out at. It's not so much that it seems like life died out as that it never existed to begin with. Good grief. Case in point, I've not seen even a single sign of death or decay this whole time. Not a single corpse, no plant, no animal, no insect. Not so much as a microbe. This isn't a dead world. It's an empty one. There's nothing. Not even bacteria to make food spoil. It feels clean. Too clean. Sorry for the bad acting. Never mind that last bit. I must be more tired than I thought. Oh my gosh. I'm getting overly sensitive. Shoot, my tongue's getting overly sensitive. I can see an unnatural shape just up ahead. Probably more remnants. I think I'll rest there today. Maybe there'll even be some food left if I'm lucky. Remnants in this case are areas that somehow escaped and reset. Or, well, more places that remain in part despite being reset. The colony I left behind was situated in one such remnant. If any satellites were still intact, we might have been able to find and contact with other survivors. Good grief. Come on, brain, wake up. Not that it would have made us any less powerless to fix all this. After all, if that tree were to attack again, humanity would be well and truly gone. Yeah, dang seeds. Survivor 0. Sign of people haven't been here. 1. A single message. No food, sadly, but any port in a storm. Besides, just seeing an artifact civilization like this again does wonder for my moral. Even if it is gutted ruins from a brutal invasion. David. I shrug my shoulders as I sit down on what used to be a sofa. The shrug is just a desperate ploy to convince myself I'm calm, but strangely, it still helped. I play back the only message data to be found. It is essentially the same as all the others out there. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Run away. Run away. Run away. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Why? 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 God dang it. This was a Japanese version would be yada. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get that. Let's get it. Let's get that. Please, forgive me. There it is again. Why? Why were these people attacked? Why were they erased? I did my best to recall that day calmly and objectively. The year when Earth fell to invaders from another world. So they are aliens. Truth be told, we had time to prepare. Maybe it was only 12 hours, but it was still time we could have used. On that New Year's Eve, we lost every satellite around the world in an instant. In consequence, we were not able to observe a single cosmic ray, even as the whole world was reduced to a blank dust God dang it. Reduced to a blank dust gray spear. There. I know now that it was a membrane in the sky, a dome sort of made. Oh my goodness. Okay, listening to music and reading this was a bad idea. I know that it was a membrane in the sky, a dome of sorts made by the tree branches that was placed over the entire world. But we weren't exactly in the position to sit down and take stocks of what happened on that day. Not with all the crazy things going on. 12 hours later, Armageddon. A total slaughter, a massacre on an unimaginable scale. Uncountable tree things descended on Earth, like so many tentacles from space. I'm not gonna say anything. They crawled across the world, finding and exterminating all forms of life with unerring accuracy and unnerving tenacity, killing almost every human on the planet over the course of 3 months. After that, the tree just disappeared, returning to the sky and leaving behind a blank, desolate world. Even now, thinking about it makes me tremble. Not at the revelation that aliens really did exist, not even the realization that a world or civilization had been erased and would never return. No, scared me the most was those trees' tenacity. The way they extended their branches to destroy a person's heart with a single stab. Upon their death, people would instantly turn to dust. Their agonizing screams still echo around them. There were no exceptions. Even though these aliens possessed weapons of mass destruction large enough to blot out the sky, they chose not to use them. Instead, they went out of their way to erase billions upon billions of people one at a time. They were like some kind of twisted artisan burning with persevered passion for their craft. Those of us who did survive, like myself, only managed to do so by being in hidden underground facilities at the time. So, are you a scientist, a mage, possibly military? This is a start to overwhelm me. Maybe I've been under a bit more strain than I realized. I'll just rest up here for today. Tomorrow, I'll set back off my journey of wistful thinking. I may not have much food left, but assuming I stayed on track, I should be at my destination soon. It's the last place any of our satellites caught on camera. The only place in this world, whole world, that hasn't been wiped clean. An area in southern Nevada. What is up with Nevada? Seriously. That's like the only place in America that has some sort of relevance to the Fate universe. What the heck? That's right. My destination is the Air Force Base known as Area 51. So you're going to try to break into Area 51 too? Good luck, buddy. Signed, Daybit Blue Book. But dude, just imagine that happening in our world. Not this dang cartoon world. How would you react? Because me, Lord, I pray I be in Chaldea. And I pray that my family would be safe. What about you guys? Oh yeah, I forgot we're drowning. Did we drive into a whole other world when I wasn't looking? It was nothing but clear skies as far as the eyes could see just a moment ago. Now I got an announcement of my own. I estimate the border has about an hour until it sinks. Yeah, just one problem. There's no land to go back to. We're smack dead in the middle of the North Sea. Da Vinci, can we still initiate a zero sail here? Surely that must be preferable to sinking to our depths. God dang, that's the first time I just stuttered on that one. We can't. The formula won't be stable enough on water. We have to rewrite the software from scratch. Hang on. We're getting a call. Go ahead and open up the line, Mr. Monvar. And hurry! There's no use to us right now. Okay, wait a second. Right, on it. CQ, CQ. It's the wandering sea dog. Do you read me? That vessel. That would be Kado's ship, right? No, wait, not a ship. Oh, I see. A tape. Rational, yes. Very rational. A ship is unnecessary for a zero sail. But, I say, you have no sense of design. It might as well be a large metal coffin. Nothing charming there at all. Again, remind me to tell this to Da Vinci when I summon her. Be honest. You would never have made it back without my paper moon, would you? Still, a fine job making it all the way here. Everything is proceeding within my calculations. I would love to do the nasally voice, but my nose is kind of stuffed right now. So, you have to deal with that version. It's coming from the water to sea. But where? Where? Right in front of you. Oh, hang on. Let me clear the fog. It should be easier to see then. Proceed on your current course. Though you may want to reduce your speed. And be sure to give thanks! Alright. This will be the first time in over 2,000 years that this sea has revealed itself on a day other than December 31st.
You made a mountain?
Welcome to the Primordial Macecraft Workshop, the Baldener of Wandering Sea. My name is Sion Ethlin Slakaris. I think that's how you say it. I am a Spiritron hacker who escaped to the Wandering Sea when I predicted that the world was about to end. I have been waiting for you. Being the Atlas Institute last remaining member, the Wandering Sea higher-ups entrusted me with the project of righting this bleach Earth problem. Hiya. Okay, I know that was just a minute ago, but... What the fluff? Well, we followed the direction that bizarre transmission gave us right to this lump of rock. Now, can you tell me what this is about, Da Vinci? I'm glad the border isn't bobbing around like a damn cork. But have we been sinking these last few minutes, or haven't we?
I have the same question. It seems to me like the border sank underwater before it emerged on the surface.
Don't look at me. I didn't do anything. Once we get to those rocks, it feels like the current kind of carried the border the rest of the way.
Looks like I tried to steer us, but the current were just too strong. The water sank about 40 meters, but then popped up a good 30. I think it must have gotten into the Wandering Sea from underneath, since I didn't exactly see a front door.
Perhaps that is how they go about docking ships here.
Or they keep ordinary ships away. Or how they keep ordinary... God dang it! Sounds right to me. I just wish she'd given us a little heads up. Let's see.
Yeah, that doesn't mean we can go outside.
That would appear to be the logical conclusion. The issue at hand, however, is...
Are we sure this is the Wandering Sea? And how do we know it's safe outside?
Gee, I don't know. Open the door.
Monmar, fire up every sensor we got. I want to know everything going on the outside of the border.
Roger, but I've already been doing that.
I'm not picking up anything at all. Not a dang thing.
The heck? Testing. Can you hear me over there? I'm afraid the Wandering Sea cannot be observed by any means created by or relying upon science. Not even partially. I would give up on trying to see what is going on outside that hunk of metal you have been riding around in. None of our sensors will see anything here. Besides, danger is a no-no here, and there's no way there would be anything wrong with my calculations. Right now, this is the most peaceful, happiest, scariest island in the whole world.
One of these words don't belong.
How can it be peaceful and scary? Let's just ask some real questions here.
At any rate, come on out, visitors. I did not open up my darling secret base today just so you could hold up in that big metal box of yours.
You ain't gotta tell me twice. Would have been out the damn door.
Well, what should we do now, everyone?
Since our sensors are blind, someone's gonna have to take one for the team and poke their heads outside. I nominate. You motherfucker. You was already able to bring it down. Now you want to send them back out? Really? Okay, fine. I nominate Holmes. Agree. You can always use your Baritsu if things get dicey. Oh my gosh! Unfortunately, I'm afraid I actually can't use Baritsu just yet. At this point, I dare say you could outfight me, Director. Cause again, he's still recovering. What the fluff?
Good point. Holmes is going to need more time to recover from the injury he sustained in Scandinavia. So then, as the only combat-ready servant here, I should be the one to...
Frick that! Let's go say hi together!
Right. I was just thinking the same thing, Master.
Again, I would have been the first one out. I'm tripping.
Well, then I'm coming too. I'm way too curious to just stay on the border. Friend or foe, the Wodime Sea is still a mystic among mystics. No way would I pass up a chance to check out the place that still has mystics from the ages of gods.
You're better off not getting mixed up with those places if you ask me. They even say a clock tower is an inhospitable hell when you get right down to it. Yeah, because you got aristocrats to deal with. I see you plebs know your place. In your own way, you're quite right, Monwar. Oh, frick you! One should never move past one station to peer into the secrets of Magecraft, or the organization that kept them. Kept doesn't really matter. The moment you do, you'll be so shocked by how vastly they overpower you that you may find yourself bedridden and half mad for a month. Trust me, we've already seen so many crazy shiz, that wouldn't faze us. It's all risk and no reward. Curiosity isn't what killed the cat, it was fear. However, as we humans are not cats, it is possible to overcome those fears, much like I did. Okay. Masculine Ophilea, been gone! I hereby authorize the two of you to investigate whatever lies outside. Once you're certain that there is no danger, call for me right away. You know, I'm gonna say it. You pussy ass bitch. Try to stick close to the border, would you? You should be no more than 5 seconds sprint from here at the most. Why? Because you want somebody to protect you? Roger that. I swear I would have been kicked out of the sucker so soon.
Alright, I'm going to open the border port hatch now. Are you ready, Master?
Yeah.
All set here. I got your backs. I may not be much use in a fight, but I can make damn sure nothing gets by my defense. Thank you, Da Vinci. Open the hatch now.
You guys wouldn't call him that. Don't even look at me sideways. At the same time, whoa, this is so steampunk energy.
It's
awesome.
It's incredible. Wow, this place is amazing. Look, Mash, look, Aaliyah. Oh, this is like top shelf secret base stuff. This is like a picture book come to life. Whoever designed this must have been such a dummy.
What the fudge? Wow. Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Thanks for the kind words. I must be doing pretty well if the great Leonardo da Vinci, famous genius and notorious problem child, would speak like that about me.
Wait, is that really Da Vinci? Yeah, so about that. Isn't she a little off? Too girly? Just a little too high spec? Hey, you there, Master Ophilea. Is that girl really, they're really and truly Leonardo da Vinci? I sure am. I am a Da Vinci
backup unit made by the one and only Leonardo da Vinci herself. What about you? Are you the girl who contacted us?
Oh, right. I was so surprised by Girl Vinci to hear that I forgot my manners. Cut and take two. I am Sion Etelon Sakaris, an alchemist here to mess with you guys on behalf of the Atlas Institute. Oh, I also made Transmegistius and the paper moon you were manhandling just a few minutes ago. So, I'm here to collect damage you owe me for copyright infringement. It's total to about 700 and what the frick? And $90 million. So, girl? Yeah, you guys are boned. Whatever human rights you think you had are gone. That also means money doesn't matter anymore.
Do you know what this means, Ophilea? It means I own you lock, stock, and barrel, baby.
Oh, heck no.
So, I just signed this contract here for me.
I can't do that. I gotta talk to my boss about that.
I hereby confess to using Miss Sion's intellectual property without express permission. I also absolutely saw the end of humanity and such. Therefore, repayment of said aforementioned unrepayable debt, I, Ophilea, do hereby offer of the following.
Hey!
My body, my soul, and each and every one of my worldly possessions, past, present, future, throughout the universe to Sion.
Okay, you ain't owning my children. I hope you know that.
There you go. Mine just signed here, and here. Initials there too. Say, might be modded. Oh my god. Are you into mecha, bioengineering, a mixture of both? Aw, what the heck? We can just throw them all in. Don't worry, it will not hurt at all.
Da Vinci. Mash. Wait a minute. Hold the frack up.
Yo, I did not sign up for this. Just kidding. You do not owe me anything. I was only messing with you. Besides, I was using old Zimbabwean dollars value. So, you could totally have paid it back anyway. Sorry, I might have gotten a little carried away there. You will have to forgive me. I have never actually done this before. I know I sort of struck first, so to speak, when I contacted you earlier. You didn't see that. So I was being all formal to try and put you at ease.
I love when YouTube just gives you a recommendation for no reason.
But as you can see, I am not really like that. But just your everyday, mild-mannered alchemist here. That makes sense. You spoke so fast I didn't realize it right away. But there's no way anyone from the Atlas Institute would be so quick to pull out a contract. I see. An advanced technique designated to better break the ice during our first encounter.
I don't know about that.
I get the feeling she's not one for lying, but
I don't know about that.
Alright, let me introduce myself again. My name is Sion. Welcome to the Wondrous Sea, Chaldeans. Leonardo da Vinci, Mash Kyrielite, Ophilea, and
I kind of wish they would have let us have a last name.
I did not see that animal mentioned in any of our data. I wonder if he is someone familiar.
He's a familiar, alright.
I guess there's a modicum of intelligence from it. Like an AI that just started learning.
Well, he was intelligent until that scene happened. No, you know.
Oh well, no problem. I already have a pretty good idea who you guys are. I have not seen what has become of the outside world myself, but I do know what happened to Kadoc on the first day of 2020
when I turned 20 years old.
You haven't seen the outside? Does that mean you have no immunity to the atmosphere? Oh no, I can completely healthy. You have to be in good shape to use memory partition at a halfway decent level, after all. I just meant I did not have a need to go outside. Sorry for the misunderstanding, Mash. So, who's in charge right now? From what information I have, it should be Leonardo da Vinci here. But given she has the whole kid thing going on, I assume that is no longer the case. I must have a gap in my information somewhere. Better get that sorted.
Heh, I'm impressed you picked up on that. You look like a girl, and it would seem that you are, in fact, something of a girl. What the Of course she's a girl! Indeed, the master/amateur mage... Oh, he said slash, well... And the demi-servant girl, and the capable technical advisor are merely my subordinates. This better be Holmes saying this, because if it's you, Fatso, I know something. Who am I? Why, you surely need not ask. Go ahead, I'd like an Arista. Oh my god! I am Kadoc's new director, and the man who will one day resurrect the golden age of the prestigious Musket estate, Gordon Musket. Almost if you don't stop feeding. Oh my gosh.
I see, you're surprised that I'm still alive. I know that crest and that uniform. It would seem you truly are a mage of the Atlas Institute. That means it should have been absolutely trivial for you to predict the terrible tragedy that befell my Chaldea with your fancy parallel thought.
Acceleration, goodness gracious, where's the comma?
I am keenly aware of how I fell for Konya's Sky devious scheme, and so inadvertently allowed the cryptors to carry out their plan.
More like you was easily fooled by a hot chick. Brother, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna go with that argument. Women would have done it too.
No doubt, I was the first one to be killed off in the Atlas pronunciation.
The quickest way to ensure a plan's success is to take out your opposition genius commander, after all. But, as you can see, I survived! For no matter how poor the road condition, how dire the weather, or how far behind I may be, I will never retire before the race is over. Dang it.
You're Gordov, right? I'm not surprised you are still alive, given your specs.
Huh? You're not?
Your odds were not great, but they were also not zero. I figured you would make it out of there as long as you had solid help and backup. Now, it was the syrup behind you that surprised me. Would you mind telling me your name?
Yes. I do beg your pardon. I was preoccupied with keeping our new director safe, since he insisted on venturing out to see what was going on for himself. I am Sherlock Holmes, a ruler. Should have been a caster. As you are the successor of to the Great Atlas Institute, I trust that it is all the introduction you need.
Wait, you already know who I am? Even for a famed detective, it seems just a little suspicious that you already know that much about me.
Please stop, because there's already rumors going around, and I don't want that to be true.
Elementary, my dear. Your middle name, Elton, tells me all that I need to know. From there, all I need to do is contrast your behavior with our current situation, and the answer all but present itself.
You're bullshitting right now!
You touched right Hermes when you snuck into Atlas.
Oh my god. Bullshit. You just quoted her. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna keep the BS part to myself. Now. Don't go giving the game away, Miss Ophilea.
Oh, please. I'm here all day to be your Watson.
Not that way.
You touched Trihermes? Ah, now I see. This must have been during the Sixth Singularity. I read about that in the report to the Mages Association. So you managed to touch Trihermes directly without losing your mind. Really now? No wonder you're the pinnacle of intelligence among servants. You and I are going to get along just fine.
Come on, Sion. How much time are you going to waste talking? You wanted to give this ship a tune-up, right? Hurry up and get the crew off it already. God dang. It's a shorty. He's adorable. What? Do I have something on my face? You're kind of rude, aren't you? Oh, sorry about that. You don't have to apologize. I already know humans are rude. It's in your nature. Well, dang! All that magical energy. Are you a servant? Does this mean the Wondrous Sea is also capable of summoning servants?
Yeah, I snuck a peek at Chaldea's system, came up with my own take on it, and somehow managed to summon a single servant. I need someone who could watch my back, and also make sure I would not break it. I mean, I could draw blueprints all day on my own, but what's good? What good is that if nobody actually builds any of it, right? I'm still amazed that you managed to summon a heroic spirit somewhere besides Chaldea.
Crap, I'm out of breath.
Hello there, servant of the Wandering Sea. My name is Mash Carolite. May I ask who you are? You don't have to tell me your true name.
I'm no one. I don't have a name. If you had to call me something, just call me Nameless. Now get everyone out here, Sion. I can't call everyone else with all these people in the way. This is painful to look at. It's worse than watching coral reef die. What happened to this ship? I can hear it crying in pain. I need to fix it now, before I go insane.
Whoops, looks like someone got up on the wrong side of the bed today, huh, Captain? Oh well, guess I am unable to blame you, since you are even shyer than me.
Whatever you guys do, don't look up his name. It's supposed to be a secret, okay? Resist. Captain? Is that some sort of joke? Are you mocking me?
Well, what else can we call you? Would you prefer Prince?
Fine, I guess Captain works since we have more guests now. At least it's better than Prince. Aye aye, Captain.
It would seem you added something to that service spirit origin. Am I correct, Miss Sion?
Yeah, Phantom Spirit. One cannot summon a decent heroic spirit without mass shield, you understand? Since I was missing powerful holy relics like that, I had to make do with whatever I could scrounge together to make his spirit origin.
Ow, legs.
But do not ask me to reveal his true name. That is something a servant should choose to do. I hear you on that one. Let's Captain trust you guys. I am certain his identity will become clear. Anyway, right now it is just me and Captain here. I promise there is nobody else around, so feel free to bring the rest of the Shadow Border crew along. I have prepared a room for the staff where they can relax and rest up. I'm afraid I will have to ask all of you to join me for a little longer. I can imagine how exhausted you must be and would love to sleep in a proper bed, but that must wait. This is just the entrance, see? Come on, I'll take you to the command room.
Oh, sheesh. And almost. Just almost. Whoa. It's Kadoc's command room?
Kinda. Yeah, I see how you can make that mistake, Ophilea, but a mistake it would be. Kadoc's command room was actually modeled after this place. This is a masterpiece I have been assembling day and night for the last 3 months, ever since I first came to the Wandering Sea. I call it Spiritron Calculation Engine
the second. There are YouTubers that can say this way better than me. That's all I gotta say.
A perfect reproduction of the I should just go with it.
Ah, sheesh.
Electric Kadoc as the new brain of your operation. You don't say. You said you've been assembling it, so that must mean you brought the necessary materials along with you when you came here. Between the paper moon and all of this groundwork you've been laying, you obviously no ordinary mage. Sia Eton's Socaris. It looks to me like you know even more about Kadoc than we do. Yeah, a lot of what I know comes from Kadoc really even got off the ground.
Before Kadoc really got off the ground. God dang.
As you know, the pseudo-spiritron calculation engine Tri-Hermes is the heart of the Atlas Institute. My father, the head of Atlas at the time, was supposed to create Tri-Hermes' sister unit. I refuse to try that again.
Try me, that's what I'm gonna call you.
Before its development was handed off to me. I proposed using paper moon-based zero sales as a method for sending people into the past, well, into singularities anyway. But Kadoc's first director, Marsbury, had a different idea for a more reliable method. His proposal was a process he called ray shifting that involves transmitting physical bodies as spiritrons. It was a more proactive approach, given that it was closer to the Atlas Institute prognostication.
I can't do PR words like that. It's a reading issue.
Not exactly the most cautious proposal, also, but the fact that a mage like him was willing to reveal his most secret art like that spoke volumes. I mean, if word had gotten out that the Omnisphere family, one of the 12 Clock Tower lords, was sharing technology with Atlas, oof. It would have meant war with the other lords, leading ultimately to the end of the Omnispheres. Director Marsbury understood the seriousness of the risk and chose to act anyway. So the Atlas Institute decided to accept Kadoc's request out of respect for the risks he took. Now, of course, none of the other lords ever did figure out what Marsbury was up to, So it ended up not really being a thing. Anyway, you all know what happened next. We provided Chaldea with Trimes, which enabled Chaldea to complete Chaldea. And the Chaldea Security Organization went on to do what it was intended to. I am certain you all know more about Chaldea actual exploits than I do. We were just the ones who gave you the tools to get things rolling. Indeed, we do know about Chaldea's connections to the Atlas Institute. We did not, however, know about you. How did you survive the rest of the world? And why were you waiting for us here in the Wandering Sea? Took the words right out of my mouth. Actually, I wasn't even thinking that, but dang. You have a thing for asking questions you already know the answer to, huh, Sherlock? Are you obliged to? Will you die otherwise? I suppose since you are being so meticulous and all, I can go ahead and tell you what you already know. Answer the first, I escaped the reset because I was in the Wandering Sea. The Wandering Sea is like its own little singularity. It is always drifting between the world texture. I'm sorry, the minute I said that, I just thought of a lot of memes. That kept us safe even while the world was being wiped clean. Answer the second, I came to the Wandering Sea because I predicted this future.
Oh, so are you also a reincarnated person?
Try Hermes collect, organize, and make records of a ton of data about Earth, just like Chaldea. It is like a huge sea of information, all there for the taking. For alchemists like us, it might as well be our own primordial soup.
You just eat that shit up, don't you?
It would just take...
Crap, I choked.
I would just take a little dip in that sea without my father knowing, of course, when I ended up arriving at that prediction.
Oh, never mind.
Forget I said anything. In short, I was not sure how, but I knew the world would cease to exist in 2020. It was the biggest dilemma of my life, to say the least. I knew that I had to do something, so I told my father about my prediction. But that theater reject excuse for a great head of Atlas told me was, I see humanity ending every day. Don't waste my time with trivialities like this. Well, sheesh! Besides, you discovered this problem, my darling Sion. Don't you think you should be the one to solve it?
Dang. What is up with these mages? No matter if they're man or woman, they're deadbeat parents, for goodness sake. Well, not all of them, but still.
And that was when it really hit me just how understaffed the Atlas Institute really was. Every person there had their hands full solving some version of the end of the world that they had seen.
I take that back.
While I'm at it, have a little bonus. Answer the third. The moment I made my decision, I know I will go to the Wandering Sea.
Let me get that was a bad idea.
So I took the parts I was using to make Trimes second and used them to build a Hermes instead. Then knocked on the Wandering Sea front door. By doing so, I secured a safe haven for both myself and future collaborators. 2 birds, 1 stone.
I was certain that no matter how things unfolded, Kadoc was going to get knocked out of commission. It would be too important for our unknown invaders. There are pretty much two ways the world can end. Gradually or suddenly. Usually things will go gradually, progressing in stages until the light goes out, so to speak. There are leaders all around the world doing their best to identify those scenarios and keep them at bay. Meanwhile, the sudden types are more like traffic accidents, where everything happened all at once. Nothing much one can do, no matter how smart. For that sort of thing, race shifting was all we had to fight back. And what is happening right now, with the world bleached white thanks to invaders from outer space, is no exception. So they are aliens. Us. Anyone meticulous enough to put together a plan like this would never overlook Ophilea, seeing as you were the only ones capable of race shifting. I certainly would not. If I were trying to destroy Earth, Kadoc would be right at the top of my hit list. In fact, taking out would be my opening move. Sorry, I should have kept that to myself. So even though I had a base to fight back from, there still was not anything I could do on my own. I mean, I did not know who was attacking, or how they would do it. So really, the only thing I could do was put my trust in you guys. If these invader things saw you as that big of a threat, I was sure you could prove there was a reason for that. I knew you would survive, and you would not give up, no matter how bad things got. So, knowing that you would fight back, my task got a lot simpler. I wouldn't make you a new base. I would create a second Kadoc for you and help it ready and keep it ready and waiting. God dang it. That was really the only answer I could come up with at the time. No, I'm not gonna look that faster. And now, even though you had no idea about any of this, you made it here. And that is all I have. Thanks for listening. Shoot, the only reason why they didn't take us serious is because Senpai decided to spare us. Frick you, Historia. So you really have been waiting for us. Oh, stop. You're gonna make me blush. But thanks, Sion. This is probably where the last version of me would say you should have actually gotten in contact with us ahead of time, but... Are you crazy? I'm far too shy for that. Hey, Shy Club, what's up? Besides, if you tell people their future, you end up changing that future and having to come up with a whole new plan from scratch. Exactly, it would have taken time to recalculate, and we almost certainly did not have any to spare. So I decided this was the best course of action. Okay, that makes sense, but that still doesn't explain something. Like, are there no other mages from the Wonder Sea here? They avoided the big reset just like you did, right? So why is it just you and Captain now? Oh, they did not think this blank earth thing was their problem, just as my father did not. Oh my god. No, if anything, they were even worse. They honestly did not care if post-AD humanity lived or died. Right when this whole bleaching thing started, and the cryptids were giving their victory speech, they said, You're the ones who should be of it. God dang, I just can't read today. What's going on? You're the one who should do something about this cataclysm. We no longer care what happens to human civilization.
We do understand the attacker's ideals, but regardless, we do not share them.
I mean, they got a point.
Then they just upped and left. Oh, but before they did, they also said, you may invite the mages of Chaldea here if you wish. Feel free to use the Wandering Sea, but only in specific areas. But take care not to enter our workshop. We can't promise you'll survive the experience. Anyway, this place used to be the Wandering Sea entrance, so it connects to a workshop devoted to bringing back several different ages of gods.
Shoot.
Not that it does us much good now, though, since it has that giant stone gate blocking it.
Yeah, I can see him. I see. So the Wandering Sea most prominent figures saw no value in post-AD humanity. No matter, the Wandering Sea Magecraft is Magecraft from the ages of God. There's no telling how powerful it is. We must find some way to open that stone gate and get them to help us. Mr. Kadoc?
Don't be ridiculous, Holmes. You shouldn't even be looking at that gate, let alone touching it. Oh gosh. It's as if that academy principal is waiting for me just behind this gate. How could this be happening? That single gate feels as though it could shatter several lords at once.
I don't know what he's on about, but he's clearly more terrified than I've ever seen him. So it may be best if we leave that gate alone. The last thing we need right now is making more enemies. The first order of business is to get the Shadow Border repaired. As long as we have a working ship, we can leave the Wandering Sea behind whenever we want. I appreciate the offer, Sion, but I'll handle the border repair myself. We don't want to impose on...
Hey, Da Vinci! I'm sorry, I tried to hide in the border like you told me to, but they still managed to find me!
So much for our last bit of insurance. How did you screw up this time, Ambar? How could I have found that room when I'm the only one who even knew it exists?
Well, a bunch of them got into the border and they were really cute. So before I knew it, I was going over to say hello. What? No, it's not like that. Oh my gosh. See, I couldn't have them fighting fiddling with the border and messing things up, so I decided to give them a piece of my mind.
Sorry, you'll have to forgive Captain. Fixing up ships is kind of his thing. Anyway, why not hold off on those repairs until later, Da Vinci? After all, there is something else we need to do.
What, like a party?
We will certainly be doing that. I have a ton of questions for you, and tons more I want to tell you.
Oh boy.
But if we are going to throw a welcome party, there is still something else that comes first. That's right. What you need is a new base and new rooms. So that is what we are going to make right now, your new Chaldea base. Awesome.
Burst my ears. Here we go again.
I'm afraid so. Scotty has been defeated, and her tree attendance is gone, taking the Scandinavian lost spell with it. Tragically, Ophilea didn't make it either.
Girl, quit that fake crying.
Spare us a performance, Cornerska. It makes me detest you even more than Chaldea. Oh my! You saw right through me! How embarrassing!
Why'd I have to give her this voice?
And here I was going above and beyond to pay my respects to a fallen comrade by turning on the waterworks to go with
Lip service. Put a comma in your words.
After all, Ophilea was one of my most important clients. That jewel ring mystic eye of hers was a real beauty. Completely wasted on her, though. A textbook example of how one can have too much of a good thing.
Oh. Nope, already dropped the F-bomb, can't do it again.
If she only agreed to let me have that eye before it got ruined, I would have done everything in my power to help her stay alive.
Bull. Can't cuss anymore, I already done too many.
I see. Well then, I suppose it wasn't a total loss. Just the thought alone of you in possession of that eye is enough to turn my stomach. My, Akuta. I'm surprised to see you grieving over Ophelia's death, given what a
misanthrope you are. What the fudge? Misanthrope?
Is this one of those don't know what you got till it's gone thing? Or were you always secretly fond of her? Not that it is any comfort to her either way. See, the thing about friendship between girls is they're all about supporting each other, just as long as there is also something in it for them. It doesn't matter how much she might have disliked me. I was at least there for her, once in a while. I actually tried to help her with her problem, but all you did was sit back and watch.
Oh, she's really trying to dig it in her. Oh my god.
So, where do you get off? Suddenly acting like she was so precious to you. You didn't do anything. So, you don't get to say anything. Isn't that common sense in human society?
Oh!
Maybe you wouldn't have forgotten that if you hadn't shut yourself away all this time.
How dare you talk to me like that, you dirty little fox! Now, ladies, that's enough. Save for after we've all been wiped out, okay? What the? I like this guy. That's why I had to break up the fight. Come on, Akuta, honey. You worked so hard to keep your face as emotionless as possible. Don't let all that effort go to waste.
I'm surprised to hear you being so straightforward too, Kanye Sky. You usually play your cards much closer to your chest.
I'm gonna say it anyway.
I guess it just goes to show how much Ophelia's death really hurt the two of you. Oh, wonderful. I love seeing the men trying to act all cool and stoic, pretending it doesn't bother them.
I mean, I don't know about one, but...
Look at us, sharing our thoughts and feelings about the dearly departed. It's almost like a real funeral.
Stop that. I don't have any words of condolence for her. I only came here to report on my lost belt. I've done that, so I'll be leaving now. Pepe, Castaria, just to be clear, I want nothing at all to do with that fox woman. She's not good for anything but toppling nations. Don't you dare send her to my lost belt, not even by accident. I feel like this is foreshadowing. Damn! She really did just up and leave. What happened to the teamwork, huh? Are you sure about this, Wodime? It's not the only reason Akuta's were pissed. She's furious at the loss of Russia. She's furious at the loss of Russia and Scandinavia. If Coin Scott hadn't given her an easier target, she'd probably have taken her rage out on me. I can almost hear her berating me for being useless. And she'd have every right to. What grief. You know, now that you mention it, I think somebody ought to. Why not me? How would you shut your mouth? That's what you can do. I mean, sure. It's great you made it back here alive after Russia got taken out and all.
You're one of us. But here's a question. Why are you still alive, Kadoc? Can I just call him Kodak? It sounds better. It was your servant who wrecked Chaldea, right? They ought to hate you more than any of us. And here you are, without even a scratch. What the hell does that work? I mean, how the hell does that work? That thing. Are they seriously that freaking stupid? No, we just got priorities straight. Or maybe you were thinking about changing sides. That's foreshadowing? The heck if I know, I'm not even further into the daggum chapter, but every single time, man, I swear, it's foreshadowing somewhere. Oh great, everybody's looking at Kadoc. It's kind of a relief to see you're still a complete asshole, Beryl. If I'd really gone over to Chaldea, I'd still be stuck in the border. They're trying to choke down that nasty prison slut they serve about now. Trust me, then I have enough resources to keep anyone non-essential around. I'm just a pathetic loser who managed to escape death thanks to sheer dumb luck. I mean, shoot, our priority was not to freaking kill you in any way. How do you know we wouldn't have been able to convert you? At least for now. Let's see, a loser, huh? Beryl? I'm just busting your balls, Kadoc. All they really care about is that you're still alive. Gotta say, though, it's a real shame you and Ophilea had such shitty luck. Then again, maybe it wasn't that so much as Chaldea had good luck. They certainly not getting by on actual skill. Wanna bet on that? I really can't get my head around their idiot master still being alive. It's called sheer determination. And crackhead energy. How the hell does a third-rate amateur like that keep walking away unscathed? Again, crackhead energy. You gotta be either incredibly lucky or just getting carried. I've heard of flattery getting you everywhere. This is nuts. Well, don't forget that her defenses are perfect. Matches her servant, after all. It only makes sense that a shield of wood ensure her master is protected. Well, so much has been keeping her safe, huh? Stay away from her. Now I'm even more jealous. Imagine getting to play hero while hiding behind a piece of... If I ever run into you, I hope you're the next person I get to kill. I'm not kidding. You're the one I wish I could kill. Everybody else, y'all cool. If we take my Sky report at face value, then I have no choice but to agree. Daybit, what do you think of the Master of Chaldea? Tell us asking for everything. Good question. It's hard to believe if she made it this far. As a rule, people going off to war must bring a proven weapon. This isn't something they do to protect themselves, or even to accomplish their mission. They simply do it because they are incapable of moving forward without the assurance that they are able to fight. And yet, the Master of Chaldea continues to fight while fully aware she has no weapon to call her own. She either has no sense of danger whatsoever, or nothing. There's no other possible explanation. She's a total joke of a mage. Hell, she doesn't even really deserve to be called a mage. Oh, sheesh. The only thing she can do is rely on Chaldea's mystic code to convert her life energy into magical energy for her servants.
And since there's no way to do that over a distance, she has to be as close as possible to her servants to manage even that much.
And they're gonna take advantage of that. Oh, crack.
She has no way to defend herself, and she's too stupid to command her servants from a safe zone, like we can. So she's only got one choice. And that's standing on the front line like a goddamn moron. And trust me, she's trying like hell to keep from pissing herself the whole time. Says who you... Oh my god. There's the man out too chicken to get on the giant! Quiet Sky, let me make sure I have everything straight. You say that Chaldea didn't defeat Ophilea, but rather that she sacrificed her life of her own accord. You also say that in order to stop Suta, the fiery king of giants, the one hiding in the Scandinavian lost belt before he could trick her Ragnarok, she used her serious light and acted not as a crypto, but simply as Ophilea? Exactly, Lord Kistaria. She abandoned her responsibility as a crypto.
You snitch! Damn, seriously? What a twist! Guess it means you're... Yes, god dumb. God dang. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I helped her not... I helped knock some sense into her. There you go.
Man, she was so into you too. See, this is why I can't stand chicks. You just can't trust them. And this is why I can't stand you. You got a big fucking mouth. Oh, I didn't mean to...
I confess, I am disappointed and overestimate her abilities. Scandinavia was a peaceful lost belt after all, that she could not control even such a place. Oh, that reminds me, Kistaria. I actually have a little question of my own. Oh my voice. You knew about Suta all along, right? And yet you still entrust Scandinavia to Ophilea. In fact, weren't you the one who told her to keep Suta around? So, something doesn't seem... Should I go? Nah. If so, something doesn't quite add up. Suta was a natural enemy of the Scandinavian lost belt, you know. Does that mean you left him there specifically so he would destroy it? Is that what the foreign god asked you to do?
Yes, I did advise Ophilea to keep Suta around. Guess God's godly nature. Given, I thought it to be possible that she may sympathize with Chaldea. I suggested she kept Suta around as a sort of insurance against that inevitability. Sadly, it seems even that was too much of a burden on her. I thought it could have turned out better.
Now I see! So you're worried Ophilea wouldn't be able to handle it on her own. You always knew what a weakling she was. Even as you keep telling her how much you trusted her.
Oh my gosh, this girl! I mean, that's one way to freaking shoot back, but dang, chill!
You're a devious one, aren't you, Lord Kistaria? In that case, I'm happy to forget the whole thing ever happened.
Oh my god.
I'll make sure not to mention this to the foreign god. Or the other alter egos, of course.
What? I appreciate your faith in me, Wodime Scott. Though I always find it worrying whenever you add in bonuses like that. Wodime Scott, you said you lost track of Chaldea around North Sea. I suppose they could have escaped with a zero sail, but given their lack of resources, I can't imagine they would be willing to do so for long. In which case...
They must have reached the Wandering Sea. How troublesome.
That was the one place the foreign god couldn't touch. Or the place the foreign god felt no need to bother with, at any rate. And since the Mage of the Wandering Seas have no interest in the future of modern mankind, we assumed they wouldn't interfere with our plans. But perhaps our decision to ignore them was a mistake. Huh? Now the foreign god could do anything about them?
Evidently not, since they clearly avoided being erased. The Wandering Sea is an island unto itself, both part of both part of and separate from the rest of the world. You can't take and erase her to something that already doesn't exist. Anyway, this put us in a pretty pickle. I have no idea how we find them now. How about you, Coin Sky? You can travel between Lost Spell at will. Can you track them down? God dang it. I'm afraid not. I may possess independent manifestation, but I can't sneak into the Wandering Sea without knowing exactly where it is.
That makes sense.
Then I guess we'll just have to forget about Caldeo for now. Focus on our own Lost Belt and...
Not happening, Pepe. Between Kadoc and Ophilea, they are taking out two of us. We can't ignore this Chaldean remnant any longer. We need to crush them, quickly.
I would love to see you try.
Right, Wodime? There's no reason to keep eyesores like them alive any longer than we have to, is there? Oh, come on! Don't tell me you're siding with Pepe on this! You're going to let them get away with this? Then again, I guess you're already pretty much set, aren't you?
No one could ever hope to cross that sea of yours, after all.
All you gotta worry about is which bottle of champagne you're gonna open after you win by default. But for us mere commoners, this is a matter of life and death.
Isn't that right,
Daybit? Wait, why you bring him into this?
How am I supposed to enjoy my manhood when I know Caldeo could stab me in the back at any minute?
Come on, Coin Sky. This is your jurisdiction here. I mean, there's three of you alter egos. So, can't you figure out a way to take care of him as part of your job? Oh, great disciple of the foreign god.
Let me think. Rasputin's team is out fighting a group of proper human history servants in the Grecian Sea right now. And I don't know what it is that creepy Omiochi loves about India so much, but he refused to budge from there, so... I guess I have to handle this one myself, even though it's not in my contract. So, you want me to get rid of those pesky Chaldeans for you? Oh, alright.
Oh boy. Just like that, huh? Can you really pull it off? I mean, I thought you just said you couldn't sneak into the Wandering Sea.
Oh, don't worry about that. We pros have our ways. That said, eliminating all of them is going to be one expensive job. I doubt you could afford it. So I trust you won't mind if I take a more cost-efficient measure.
Oh, what do you have in mind?
The important thing is to neutralize the threat Caldeo poses, right? Won't be a problem. They only have one master to spare, after all. So you just sit tight while I go assassinate her before anyone even notices I'm there.
After all the assassination books I have read, good luck with that. It's like when Sky walked away again. You really think she went to the Wandering Sea? Considering that neither the fallen god nor the disciples have been able to locate it, I have difficulty imagining even Queen Sky will be able to infiltrate it anytime soon. Though knowing her as I do, I expect she must have some sort of plan to reach her destination. Shit, she can actually walk to the Wandering Sea? I would just screw with her. Because it really does never hurt to ask. But also, where can I get that kind of warping juju? God damn. Anyway, I know she'll make good on her word. I also like her pick of going the assassination route. Guess I better make sure I stay on her good side from now on. That way, I know I have a ticket out of my lost field if everything goes to shit.
Why so pessimistic, Beryl? Is your lost field really that horrid?
Let's just say it's all going to plan. Right, Wodime? Basically looking like you don't know what you mean. Of course. Oops, I said too much. Time to go. Later, Kadoc. You enjoyed that great nightlife since you got nothing to do but live it up. Oh, and send me a few drinks. If I screw up too, we can have a loser night out on the town. Oh, can't wait for the damn update. As if he wasn't treating me like a traitor just a few minutes ago. The worst part is, he mean it. Whatever. This meeting's done. So I'm heading out too. Besides, I only just got to this great lost belt. You said there's a few different polys here, right? I'm gonna check them out while I'm here. Well,
I'm glad to see Kadoc doing so well. He's still as angsty as ever, of course, but he's so much more brazen now that he's used to it. Used to be. It's wonderful. Anyway, I think I'll be going now. Historia, Daybit. This may not be my place to ask, but aren't you two at all sad about Ophelea's death?
You mean the two most cold-hearted motherfuckers here? I think one is, but I don't know about the other. Good question. Like I said, I can't say I've spent much time giving Ophilea any real thought from the beginning. But for what it's worth, I do feel a loss. Poor crap with your cold dead eyes. I see. Looks like I'll be the only one bringing flowers to a figurative grave then. But that's okay. Flowers are the one thing my lost spell has plenty of. It might not line up with her beliefs, but I can still hold my own little funeral for her. I'll be sure to add some flowers for you too, Historia. Since I've not seen you so much as smiles since you sat in that chair. I have no idea what the frack that word is. You're indefatigable. Well, god dang it. Too big of a word. Forget it. Positivity never ceased to impress me, Pepe. I'm lucky to have you around. Didn't I said it before you left? But you need to concern yourself with me. Losing the Scandinavian lost blood is no more than a minor setback. That we no longer have Suitor as a failsafe if things take a turn for the worse was a strategic loss, however. Still, if there's anything I regret, Ophilea, We only knew each other for a few years, but I knew you were a kind and gentle woman at heart. Did you see me as some sort of great figure? No, she saw you as a potential romance partner. I was trying to live up to that. I will end proper human history in order to write a new one and build new truth in its wake. You may try to resist, members of Chaldea, but in the end, it is we cryptors who will prevail.
We'll see about that.
Alright, bar 4. Get the soldier through. Good grief.
2 weeks after docking at the Wandering Sea.
What the heck? Okay. So, we're not gonna talk about the kid here?
As you can see, I did my best to recreate Chaldea right here in the Wandering Sea. I call it the Wandering Sea Chaldea base. Come on, everyone. I believe a round of applause is in order.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
This is amazing, Senpai. I can't believe Sion and Captain built all of this in just 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Hang on now. Indeed, this is quite the contribution to our cause. But then, I suppose this is what the Atlas Institute brightest can do. I say, you there. You didn't forget about my director's office, did you? The one I ordered her with a private bathroom? Motherfricker. Oh. Oh, wait. You are the director? Yes, that's right. I am the captain of this ship, so to speak. I asked for 3 things. A gorgeous director office, a stylish operation room, and a German-style kitchen. Well, that's a tall order. This command room should suffice for operations, and I already verified that the kitchen is up to snuff. But I haven't seen my director's office anywhere. Ever since you took my importance and safety into consideration and made it a secure hidden room, this initiative goes a long way with me. You will have a lot to look forward to when it comes to your starting salary now that you're in my employ. Ah, crap. I'm using an empty warehouse for that. I see. So you use an empty warehouse for my office interests, eh? I commend you for arranging such an elaborate disguise. But I must say, passing through a warehouse whenever I enter or leave my room sounds like a bother. No, sir. Your warehouse is the office. You should have been more specific. Tell me, Captain, how would you feel if that were your quarters? Alright, you convinced me. Anything worth doing right. Sion, I'm heading out on another job. I have to make sure everything is perfect.
I guess our first ever something with Chaldea Spirit Origin Graph will have to wait then. Aaliyah, Mash, Sir Gordov, staff members. And of course the 2 servants, Da Vinci and Sir Holmes. Let me first congratulate you on a job well done with all you have accomplished these past 2 weeks. As you saw when you first got here, the Wandering Sea is not exactly the most accommodating place. But that all changed today. From now on, you will each have your own private rooms. No more sharing one big commercial space.
Thank you! I was getting tired of sharing rooms with Holmes. Good grief. He talks too much.
We also have a cafeteria now. We should be serving proper food starting tomorrow. I have been living on supplements and artificial blood for a long time now, so building a cafeteria was a novel experience for me. Now then, I think it is time for the first Chaldea Atlas joint strategy meeting. Oh, but first, do you know what the Atlas Institute is, or would you like a refresher?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Already got the lesson. Good grief. May I say something before we begin deliberation, Miss Sion? Apart from the fact that you are a survivor of the Atlas Institute, we still know very little about you. For example, what is your motive here? Why are you helping us?
Why? I am not sure I know how to answer that. I mean, when you are faced with a problem, you work to solve it, right? And as far as this particular problem goes, you people of Chaldea are essentially the solution. I thought that was why we decided to join forces and become friends.
Wait,
does this mean I was the only one who thought of that?
No, girl. We're friends today. I agree.
You're right, I'm sorry. I should have been more considerate.
Of course we're friends.
We are? Great, then we can get down to business.
My apologies. I let my cautious nature get the better of me. I should have remembered that Atlas alchemists are not motivated by personal gains. Their sole desire has always been solving problems. I do beg your pardon, Miss Dion. Please rest assured that I am delighted to have gained such a capable ally. Well, then that answered my question. I might do Atlas Institute on second thought. This was a answer to a certain video. I forgot the name of the video, but I will put it in the description of what that video was.
Right then, shall we get down to business? I went ahead and skimmed through your logs from the day Chaldea was attacked until you ended up here. December 31st, 2019. Chaldea is attacked and frozen solid. That same day, 7 pillars of light are seen striking down from space, and Casaria Wodime broadcasts his victory speech. Casaria used to be a master from Team A, the linchpin of Chaldea's race-shifting experiment. So wait, this whole entire event took place when I was 19 years old? Dang. Or at least it would be. But now he refers to the new group he belongs to as the Cryptors.
So they're going Cryptor hunting?
Given that Team A was found to be missing during the operation to unfreeze them before Chaldea was attacked, we can assume that the Cryptors Casaria refers to are the other Team A members. As for all of you, you undertook a zero sail in the Shadow Border in order to escape the God. I used to be able to say that. Are you kidding me? Although you only spent a week inside void space, 3 months had passed when you emerged into standard space. Dang. To do so, the border had to rely on your soul connections to standard space and at the time, the
Orphanic. Good grief.
This led you to the Russian Lost Belt, a figure altered history inhibited by the Yaga. As you attempted to gather more information about your situation, you ended up facing off with Ivan the Terrible, the king of the Russian Lost Belt. You then managed to cut down Orit. You managed to cut down Oris, a tree of emptiness that had taken root there. I am still working on what these trees actually are. But based on the data about its internal gravitational field recorded during that battle, I think we can make an educated guess. Once the tree was cut down, the storm that had been generated disappeared, and you were finally able to pick up my broadcast from the Wandering Sea. From there, you decided to make a beeline for the North Sea. On the way, you ran into another obstacle.
Yeah, another lost belt.
The Scandinavian Lost Belt, a history stuck in perpetual twilight after Ragnarok went away. When I first saw you had lost the Paper Moon, I had maybe screamed a little bit, but it was very unbecoming of an Etelan. So, you can imagine my relief when I found out you recovered it.
Oh my god.
You then went on to face Skadi, the king of the Scandinavian Lost Belts, and were able to cut down this tree of emptiness, Sombrero, an impressive track record. After that, a battered and damaged shadow border finally arrived to the North Sea and made its way inside the Wandering Sea. And now, here we are. Did I get all that right? Do you have logs other than the ones on the border? Now that you mentioned that. Alright, back when Senpai and I stopped by some ruins we found along the way.
Huh? You found a survivor journal? And you failed to mention it?
Let me see that! So there were some people lucky, or maybe unlucky enough to escape the bleaching. It also says the attack lasted for 3 months, although... What's up? Is there a problem with it? No, not a problem, exactly. It is just odd that whoever wrote this decided to record it on paper.
Well, of course they did, young Sion. There was no electricity out there. These ruins were no more than a few scattered buildings. There were no generators anywhere in sight.
Exactly, and that is why it is so odd that these letters were not written in ink or pencil. It is as though they were burned into the paper or something like paper. Does this mean there was some kind of power plant up there after all? Fu is silent. Well, we can work on that later, once we have more information. So, you have been inside 2 of the Lost Belts now, and experienced their differences from proper human history for yourself. These Lost Belts are dead-end timelines that were pruned away by human history itself once they were deemed unworthy of being allowed to continue.
And I can basically see why.
For example, the Russian Lost Belt diverged from proper human history in the year AD 1570. And it seems that each Lost Belt to appear on Earth has continued from its point of historical divergence onto the present day. However, just because a Lost Belt may have diverged from further back in the past does not necessarily mean it is stronger. A Lost Belt strain, or threat really, is not so much as a matter of its age, but how much it differs from proper human history. The Yaga may have been physically different from mankind, but their lifestyle and culture was still carried over from proper human history. By contrast, the people in Scandinavia may have led peaceful lives, but the society was essentially being kept on a life support.
Yeah, because they kept killing off the adults. I get it.
corruption happens once you get older and gain experience in things that you shouldn't. But that doesn't mean to just cut it off completely. You just gotta learn how to get around them. Or at least smoke them out. Good grief.
So given what we know from those two, I decided to come up with a metric we could use to rank and compare the Lost Belts. I call it their Lost Belt depth. The greater the Lost Belt depth, the more strongly it refutes proper human history.
So, what was the Lost Belt depth for the two we've seen so far?
I went ahead and assigned preliminary Lost Belt depths, ranking for all 7 of the Lost Belts.
You say 7, but I feel like there's more than that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But that there just got cut off.
Oh yeah! Just making nice and clear. Atlas into who people really do work fast. As you can see, there are 3 Lost Belts in Europe, 2 in Asia, and one South America, and the other in the middle of the Atlantic.
Going to America?
That last Lost Belt is the only place on Earth that still has an ocean from before the world was reset.
Wait, cut.
Scratch that. I forgot about the Wandering Sea. We still have ocean too, obviously. Never mind that.
Did you say the Atlantic? There can't possibly be a Lost Belt in the middle of the Atlantic.
There's never been any inhabitants in the middle of the ocean in all of recorded history.
Guess all about that, Gordoff.
Well, there are now. In fact, that Atlantic Lost Belt is our ultimate objective. That is the one spreading its tree-bended branches all throughout Earth's atmosphere. And I have good cause to believe it is where we will find the crypto leader, Wodime. Atlantic Lost Belt, huh? In that case, there's only one place I can imagine it could be.
There's just a myth, dadgummit.
Do you think it's really possible, Holmes? This sort of thing is your forte, isn't it?
I can't speak with complete certainty, but if what you are thinking is correct, we will certainly have our work cut out for us. For one thing, we have no means of getting there, as the border is simply incapable of making such a long sea voyage.
But there's another more immediate difficulty.
If there truly is a civilization in the Atlantic, it will be much, much older than any of the 4 great civilizations. It will have existed since prehistoric days, a robust, stable world that will have had over 12,000 years to develop. Come now, man! Don't wimp out on me now! If this Lost Belt is the greatest immediate threat to us, not to mention Wodime home base, it is our duty to take the fight to him. The other Lost Belts can wait. We should be on our way to the Atlantic even as we speak.
Should you make it sound like it's going to be easy? I recommend that course of action as well. Unlike Russia and Scandinavia, the storm wall bordering the Lost Belt in China and India are not expanding, so there should be no danger in leaving them be for a while. As for a Lost Belt in Britain and South America, Chinese calculation calculates an extremely high probability that they will both self-destruct if left to their own device.
Well, since we're getting LB6, I don't think that's what happened.
I have not been able to get a proper reading on the British Lost Belt depth, but that is just another sign that it is a poor fit for this world. I have been unable to confirm what is going on in there, but compared to proper human history and the foundation of humanity, it is pretty clear that humanity in there is on the verge of collapse. So it is reasonable to assume that humankind and Britain lost spell will go extinct within the span of months rather than years. Though I do wonder why the British lost spell is the only one surrounded by a wall of light rather than storms.
Anybody else getting Singularity 6 vibes here?
We saw that on the board too, and came to the conclusion that it'd be best for us to stay away from the British Isles. Last, the South American Lost Belt. While it appears to have a very high value to its Lost Belt depth, I cannot get any clear information. So I can only conclude that its civilization is just about dead and gone.
If I can take a guess, thanks to American history, I think I know what we're finna go against. And I'm not happy about that. Great.
And that, in turn, means that even among all of these bizarre histories, it is exceptional. And thus, not one we need to concern ourselves with as far as fighting with the other 4 Domanians. So in short, your next destination is the Atlantic. To that end, we will be making some extensive modification on the border, and I mean Da Vinci with me assisting. However, since it will take us at least a month to finish, I would like to invite the rest of you to enjoy a bit of rest and relaxation here in the meantime. That goes over for you, Sir Gordoff and Leah. Once we get our operation going, you two will be on the front lines, so you should take advantage of the rest while you can. You will need to get all the rest you can before the final battle in the Atlantic.
Shoot, you ain't gotta tell me twice. As the commander of this outfit, I hardly expect to be out on the front line, but you are right about me having been under considerable stress. Indeed, now would seem to be an excellent time to recuperate. I must say, I had heard that every mage in Atlas Institute was a cranky old misanthrope. Dang. But you turned out to be a most considerate young lady. It would be the height of rudeness to turn down such a kind offer. Now then, I think I'll begin with a nice hot shower in my wonderful new office. Haha. These are finally looking up from old Gordoff. We'll have the world saved in no time. I guess all about that.
Good grief. Why don't you go rest up too, Senpai? I know I can't wait to see what our new rooms are like.
I know I can't wait to see our new home. I hope they're just like the one that counted. Yes, let's go check them out. I kind of hope they don't look like them. Ow! Got my fist the wrong way.
Man, I'm kind of jealous. But if anyone deserves some free time, it's those two. Anyway, how about us, Sion? Are we going to keep going with the meeting? I should warn you, even you might have a hard time modifying the border. Good point. Your design appeared to all be similar to magecraft from the Middle Ages, while mine are based on cutting-edge alchemy. We could well end up having incompatible design philosophies. But never mind that. Truthfully, I am much more interested in that exoskeleton. I think you call it the Orthinx. Natural Spirit Origin tuning is perfect, but the Orthinx still has a long way to go. I imagine it is pretty difficult for Mash to fight in that. Am I wrong? Well, yeah. I had to build a lot of ore tanks from spare parts for the border that I just had lying around. So, of course, it's not perfect. So, what do you want to mess with? You know there's no way to restore her old defensive power, right? Of course. We cannot possibly recreate Galahad Gift with Earth as its own as it is now. So instead, I was hoping you might let me tinker with the bunker bolt mechanism. I mean, it does not have to be right this second, but I have something in particular I would like to add to it before we get to the Atlantic. I'm tired. Before I got pulled onto trying its development, I was working on a conceptual weapon related to one's natural longevity. Why they're curious. I mean, it's a simple room. I'm gonna decorate this with all of the goddamn Valentine shiz I got. It's just like being back at Kadoc. I know. Some of the details are a little different, but it's still an amazing recreation of Kadoc's rooms. So then we have to share a bathroom? God dang it. I don't see the shower no more. Tia and Catherine really outdid themselves. Why don't you go check out your own room, Ash? Oh, yes, good idea. I was so happy I forgot all about that. Okay, I'll go take a look at the room they gave me right now. We're all done with work for the day, so there's no reason not to relax and enjoy yourselves now. Good night, Senpai. I'll see you tomorrow morning for breakfast in the new cafeteria.
Question of the day is, who's gonna be the cook? I vote Gordoff because he can cook. God dang. What I meant to say was he's a mean cook.
Oh man, I just let myself relax. I feel like my exhaustion all at once.
Night. I wish that was me right now. Crap. Looks like it's 1 in the morning. Dang! I think of it. I didn't have any dinner. He said the cafeteria should be ready now. I saw the food, yeah. Actually, that was a bad idea to leave food. I can't believe this. The nerve of that Atlas churl. Not only did he not have my director's office ready, he had the gall to tell me to use a sleeping bag at the dock until it was done. So captain he is. No doubt he's some pirate scum of a heroic spirit if he thinks he can trick me like... Well, I mean, sir, you wasn't very clear on what you wanted or where you wanted it, so... You're gonna have to wait. No, this won't do. I can't lose my temper like this. Glad you're reflecting on that. Get a hold of yourself. Be elegant. Breathe from the diaphragm. Just like Tool taught me. Captain may try to hide it, but his dignity is unmistakable. No pirate could fake that. But then, who could he really be? I just can't tell. If only I could ask him myself. But I can't do that. A commander must maintain a certain dignity. Ugh! Why can't he just accept that we're allies now and tell us his true name already? Well, I mean, just like girls, even guys have secrets. You know this, Gordy. Come on now. Well, I better make myself comfortable since I'll be spending the night here again. One more. Quata, Octavia, Tomlin, Chin, Kenya, Elron, Marcus, Curelite, Leah. I see you had no problem remembering to make rooms for all my staff. They may have their cushy beds, but there's one thing I've got that they don't. Midnight snack time! Now then, I think I'll go break in the new kitchen. This hallway's actually not that bad. This kitchen's actually pretty good. Between the curling Chaldean spades, I can see him eating. You often raid the kitchen like that directly? I'm not raiding anything. I'm merely having my midnight tea time. You're sharper than you look, aren't you? I never imagined anyone besides me would try to get a jump on the kitchen. Shit, I would have been here. What the heck were you doing, Rizka? Still, I do commend your taste. I presume you are lured here by the sweet scent of butter. Oh, very well then. I've already had my fill. Here, you can have the other half. There's some leftover tea as well if you want it. Did you make the tea? It smells so good. How can I confuse? I got one question. Is that cream? Or is that frosting? Oh gosh. Is that a cheesecake? Or is... Okay, I got so many questions, man. Because depending on what that is, I will not eat it. If it's a cheesecake, give me the plate, dude. Just give me the plate. But if it's not, keep that away from me. I wish I had the option to say no. Oh well. But thanks for the tea. Oh, by the way, is everything alright with you? And with the demi-servant girl, for that matter. Never mind. I can see you must have woken up in the middle of the night despite being utterly exhausted. That can only mean you've been unable to relax your mind amid all that has happened. Well, I can hardly blame you. This must have been a dross journey for a young lady with no military experience. Once you've had some cake and a nice hot cup of tea, you should have no trouble drifting right off. Go back to your room once you've finished that, and you'll see how right I am. And of course, I trust that you will join me in pretending none of this happened tomorrow morning. What do you mean by that? Now that you've eaten the other half of the cake I've found here, that makes you my accomplice after all. Your mother! What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said, of course. You absolute douchebag. I found this cake here with a note that said, for Ophilea. So not only did you eat a random cake that you just found, you ate it when it had my name on it? And I still don't know what type of cake this is, so buddy, if this is cheesecake, we fighting. Don't bother making excuses. Your friend baked it as part of a master welcome party they'll be throwing tomorrow morning, didn't they? Some nerve you lot have, throwing a party and not inviting me. Dude, you would have been invited anyway. What do you mean? I admit, I was pretty steamed when I saw this cake with your name on it, but I calmed down quickly and decided to do the kind thing and taste it for you. You know, the fact that Mash is the one that made it, she could have made you one too. especially to your taste bud. At the same time, I don't think Mash made this.
Before I knew it, I'd eaten half of the thing. In fact, I was just appreciating how delightfully sweet its cream was when you found me.
Oh gosh, is cream flavored? Buddy.
Oh, frick. Now then, are you all finished? Haha, good, good. This makes us partners in crime.
You don't look so good. But I thought you made this cake, Director.
Huh?
Hold on. You mean you didn't know about this cake? No, because if I did, Mash would know that I don't like cream. I'm a frosting kid. Then who made it? And more importantly, is it just me? Or are we both looking off color? Ah, crap, so that's what she did. Konya!
I also can't help but notice that I'm feeling rather cold and dizzy all of a sudden.
Oh, sheesh.
Warning, warning, unauthorized life form detected. Civilian personnel, please remain in your room. Security team, please suit up and come to the command room.
An unauthorized life form? Then we got an intruder here. What the? Ah, crap. Get back before you get hurt. There's a real nasty woman over here. Captain?
This way, Director. Well, this is an unpleasant surprise. I never thought a grown man would do stealing food meant for a child. In fact, he shocked me so much that I lost control of my present concealment. It seems the one thing you excel at is getting in other people's way when you agree, Your Excellency.
I know this bitchy voice from anywhere. To move his Konya sky, impossible! How did you get into the Wandering Sea? Hold up. Run that name by me again? Yeah, run that by me again? Oh gosh, she is.
Trade secret. This was a special trick I'm afraid I could only do once. And now...
You're gonna ruin it, Your Excellency.
There was only enough poison in that cave for one person. Half a portion means half the effect. I can't believe my plan to poison her without leaving behind any evidence has backfired so spectacularly.
Not everything you choose to poison me with. You choose a cream cake? All I gotta say is, for my scenario, if I was Isekai in this daggone world, I wouldn't have ate the cake because I hate cream. So you would have lost that one unless you poisoned the goddamn tea. Or better yet, macaroons. Then you would have had me. Poison? Poison? Don't be absurd. I gave it a thorough taste test to ensure it was safe. Between the buttery scent, the buttery taste, and the creamy light texture, it was a perfectly gourmet cake. Did you try the air breathing technique? You know, the way how they do it with the wine. If it had truly been poison, I would spit it out on the first bite.
I accounted for that, of course. I made sure to use just enough that not even a mage would notice.
God damn it.
I went to the trouble of mixing it into a delectable cake instead of plain old water, just to be double certain.
I might cut that part out. Yeah, she does look shocked.
Oh, well, what's done's done. And since it looks like everyone else is on their way here now, I think I'll take my leave before things turn violent. I'm sure you'll have no trouble figuring out what the poison was with Sherlock and Da Vinci here, but that's all you'll be able to do. If you want to actually neutralize the poison, well, you have no choice but to fight your little friend to the death again.
Which one?
And that should be quite entertaining in its own right.
I hope I get to fight you so I can drag you through. Damn it! She's warping again. What are you waiting for, fool? Hurry up and catch her before she... It's no use. She's already gone. I'm not her now. Let me get you to the infirmary. Sion, we got an emergency. Take Da Vinci and meet us inside the border. I'll do my best to cleanse the poison from them in the meantime.
Oh, dang it. Sheesh. I'm back. Senpai, are you okay? What did the test say?
Calm yourself, Miss Curiolite. I'll get to that.
It's been half a day since Konya Sky infiltrated our new base. We've done everything we can to treat Ophilea and Mr. Gordoff. Bluntly, Mr. Gordoff has at most 10 days left to live. Oh my gosh. As for Ophilea, this is rather difficult for me to say, but... difficult as this is to say, she is essentially fine.
Buddy, you made it sound like I was dying.
The poison remains in her system, but it will have no more effect than a bad cold. A cold? Even though it's fatal for Director Gordoff?
That can't be right. We both ingested the same amount of poison.
Yes, but thanks to her contract with Miss Curiolite, Miss Ophilea has a rather potent resistance to poison. And it ain't just because of MASH, it's also thanks to a certain other poison servant.
Those hugs paid off!
Don't think anything dirty when I said hugs, please. If that contract were to be broken, she would most likely be dead in an hour.
Oh, jeez, thanks, MASH, to save me again.
Well, of course I'm honored to be helpful, but... don't we still have to do something to help Director Gordoff?
Damn straight you do! What are you waiting for? I know you can figure out an antidote. They say genius recognize genius, right? And you're two of the greatest geniuses in human history. Then put all of that genius to work and help me already. I'm terribly sorry, but for once, there's nothing we can do. We analyzed Konya Sky's poison, and I'm afraid she chosen some frankly troublesome ingredients. Its base sequence does not exist on Earth in 2020. As such, there is no way for humanity in this current state to reproduce it. Which also means it's impossible to formulate an antidote. Its base sequence doesn't exist on Earth in 2020? Oh god, so it's an ancient one. So, Transmute 2 is telling us, yeah. We did determine that the poison they ingested is some sort of natural substance. But we have had no success determining what plant it was extracted from. All we know is that its name, Xian Xiao Ming Mai. Wait, oh gosh, I shouldn't even try that. Xian Xiao Ming Mai, or Immortal
decline, and the fact that it was used a number of times in the past, I can tell you that its name is likely a Taoist origin, considering all its reference to immortality and that the plant it comes from is medicinal. But unfortunately, that is all. If it only exists on Earth, I can tell you then. This can't be happening. Then my chance for receiving an antidote are 0? Not exactly. That's what you got me for. We may not be able to reproduce the poison just yet, but since we know it's of Taoist origin, it most likely comes from China. So our next step is clear. Just because it's gone in the modern era doesn't mean we're out of options. After all, we got a whole different China we know nothing about, just waiting to be explored. A China that followed a completely different path than the one in proper human history. So, I am absolutely completely certain that we will find an antidote to that poison in the Chinese Lost Belt. Even if we don't, we can learn what it's made from by studying the local ley line.
So we're doing this. I'm not. I'm a whole bit of Genshin joke for once.
As luck would have it, I have just managed to summon the perfect guide for us. Come on in! This is a momentous occasion. The very first helper resummoned with County Spirit Origin Graph.
Okay, what shiny sword are we getting?
Faster than the wind, cuter than fire. This loaded spirit's charm even melted the hearts of Tai Yi Zenren. That's right. It's the artificial Baobei made in ancient China. The marshal of the central altar, Crown Prince.
I would never get over the fact that she's a prince. Neza!
Da Vinci, that intro, it's wasted on me. It's embarrassing. But I am honored to be the first we summon Ni Hao. Happy day.
Okay, they really did butcher this girl. Oh my gosh. If you listen to her Japanese voice, it's full sentences. But for some reason, for the English voice, they give her broken English. So, oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure she can speak perfectly clear English. Why would you do that?
Ophilea Mash, I have heard what happened. You did so well surviving that. I will help you from now on. I will work 3 times harder to make up for lost time.
Thank you, Neza! And I will 100% hug her. I miss her. That's wonderful. Da Vinci, you beautiful goddess. I knew glasses suited you. What the? Are you? Hey, flattery get you nowhere, sir.
Do you go to the Chinese Lost Belt to save me? Fantastic!
The Atlantic Lost Belt can wait. Besides, we need to deal with all the cryptors sooner or later.
Prepare to go immediately, everyone. We're invading the Chinese Lost Belt to take back proper human history.
I stay silent.
No, I understand how you feel, Master. But Director Gordov's life is at stake. We have to deal with all the Lost Belts, no matter what may be awaiting us in them. After all, we're not wanderers. We have our own world, with our own history.
Yeah, I know. And let's look on the bright side. If this Lost Belt is like the Chinese dramas that I'd be reading, and not like proper Chinese history, I think we have justification to destroy them. I think we do. I know.
Alright, I understand. And I have no objections. This should be a good learning experience. Besides, you are still technically poisoning yourself, Ophilea. Just because it is not affecting you right now does not necessarily mean it will not later. We really should neutralize it.
Wonderful. This is tremendously promising. What are we waiting for? Let's get to the border. Let's get the border ready to...
Not so fast! There's something else we need to clear up first. How did Queen Sky enter the Wandering Sea? We need to understand that so we know it can't happen again. It should be impossible to warp into the Wandering Sea from the outside, since it's impossible to see and its coordinates are always changing. And yet she popped inside like it was nothing, which means...
There must have been something she was able to use as an anchor.
Stole the words right out of my mouth, sir. Just to clear up any doubts, Miss Sion, I don't suppose Cornelius Sky was originally from the Wandering Sea. Or perhaps she had visited here at least once before?
No chance. This was definitely her first time here.
Oh, goddamn, 3%. Then that leaves only one possibility. One of us summoned her. Or rather, more precisely, one of us possessed something with some connection to her.
Something connected to her? What do you think it could be?
And I gotta pop.
For this, I doubt it's anything related to magecraft. Could be as simple as a pair of gloves or a hairbrush. Whatever it is, I'm guessing it's something small that contains a fragment of Queen Sky herself.
Director
Gordoff? Is something wrong?
What you got in your pocket, bud?
I'm so sorry, Your Excellency. I appreciate your kindness, really. But I've been hurt too many times in the past. I just can't bring myself to trust anyone else again. Even though I really want to.
Oh, gosh. Yes, of course. I understand completely, darling. Rest assured, I am a patient man. I can wait as long as I must to melt the ice around your heart. In the meantime, you may use my connections as you see fit.
Really?
I'm not known as Musket the Phoenix for nothing, after all. My passion is as hot and sultry as my namesake. Oh, God. I swear to you that one day, my undying love will find the perfect mink coat to warm your frozen heart. Why'd you say anything?
Forgive me, Your Excellency. I was just so touched by what you said.
Nah, you better crack up.
Here, Your Excellency. I want you to have this lipstick. Pretend it's me. Keep it close to your heart, where no one can ever see it. I know how awful I can be, so I'm afraid I may end up disappointing you over and over and over.
Over and over?
But please remember this. If you swear to hold on to that lipstick forever and ever, I promise you that one day I will return to you, no matter what fate may have in store.
Gosh, this is cringe. This feels like a soap opera. Yes, of course, I'll remember. I have faith in you, Koniska. I will. You always will, huh? Oh my gosh, is that a lipstick? Ooh. Why, you. You stupid thing! Dang! Did he break it?
So it turns out it was actually Gordy's fault.
What a sad story. At any rate, that's one problem taken care of. We finished investigating the base and removed all traces of Coin Sky or anything she left behind. We should no longer have to worry about unexpected visits from her in the future. Correct, Miss Sion?
Yeah, she had one shot at taking you out, and she blew it. I would venture a guess that she is none too pleased right now, but you know what they say, what goes around comes around.
Hey, don't be too hard on him. Thought he found love. I don't have time to be feeling down for myself. Holmes, Da Vinci! As I was saying, we need to leave for the Chinese lost spell immediately. I trust the border is ready. Dang, it bounced back quick. We only have 10 days to find this plant. Ugh. And we can't waste a single minute. Come to think of it, are you sure we'll make it in time? I'm not already done for, am I?
Don't worry. I thought about that. I just need to run it by with Sion. Sion, you designed a paper moon. Do you think it'd be possible to zero sail from here all the way to the Chinese lost spell border? Especially since I'm guessing Captain there is actually...
Shut it, Da Vinci. Can't stand having other people share my secrets.
Of course, I'll keep my mouth shut. As long as you help us out, that's all that matters. In my estimation, a zero sail should let us jump from the Wandering Sea straight to China. We still have to worry about getting inside from there, of course, but I figure the actual trip to the Lost Spell would take less than a day. What do you think, Sion? Am I totally off base?
Nope, all sounds right to me, Da Vinci. No wonder you are Kadoc, or rather, humanity's guardian. I would have suggested the same thing. You were just quicker about it. The Atlas Institute will be glad to get you to the Chinese lost spell, right, Captain?
I'm not part of the Atlas Institute. I suppose I can help.
I'll have you to the Chinese lost spell in less than half a day. After all, it's all up to you guys, Ophilea.
Thanks, Captain. Guess we all agree then. Okay, everyone, get ready to head out. I estimate you should have room in the border to fit supplies for about 15 days. I will open up the Wandering Sea talk in an hour, so please make sure you are all set by then. Your next destination is the Chinese lost spell. Your objective is to attain some Xian Shao Ming Mai, investigate the lost spell, and completely cure your two poison personnel. Oh, and for the bonus round, you can defeat the Lost Spell King, cut down the Tree of Emptiness, and take out the Cryptor. Or befriend them. I know you were working against a clog as well as any hostile you encounter, but try to stay calm. At this point, any difference the Atlas Institute or Wandering Sea may have had no longer matter. From this point on, I hereby dub the Wandering Sea Chaldea number 2, Novum Chaldea. As Tries-Me-To caretaker, I will do everything I can to support you. Alright then. It is time to get this operation, this order to explore and decipher Lost Spell number 3 underway. Good luck with everything, and I will see you all when you get back. And as you say, I'll see you guys later. Ciao!